And we are live. Hello, everybody. Looks like you can hear me. Great. It is Sunday, 8 o'clock. Let's see, the 14th of July. Hopefully you still have all your fingers, because if you're living down by me, you're still probably setting off fireworks. Please go to heartlandoffenders.com on Facebook, YouTube, and on the website at heartlandoffenders.com. Man, my brain is broke today. You can actually see Heartland Offenders. We got t-shirts and stuff up. If you saw us at the Berea Gun Show this weekend, you saw some of the t-shirts as well. Let's see here. I got Jacob and Mike. Say hello, guys. He's sharing. He's sharing. So
hold on.
Everybody out there, like, share, subscribe, follow. We do have some an event that we're trying to push together from our last week's show.
You want to be there. Be there. Give me 2 seconds too. I gotta find my volume because I caught it before you heard it. But it's on.
Yep, we're on. We're live. I can't hear it, so luckily it's not echoing for everybody else.
Good. I think I caught it in time.
But
caught it.
So, goodness. At first, when I heard this stupid Area 51 thing, I was like, what the hell? It was a joke. It clearly was a joke. But how the hell is there almost 1 million people saying they're going to go? And almost another...
I already told you.
Less than another million
people or government agencies staring at what they're doing.
Well, and then there's almost another million that are like, hey, I'm interested. What in the F is wrong with
I think I put interested.
Did you really?
Well, you know what's funny about it? There's 1 million people that are interested in storming a federally protected plot of land in hopes that they'll find, Independence Day stuff. We're going to put together a thing that all you got to do is drive or fly to D.C. and walk.
Right.
Free. How many people you think is actually going to come?
Well, and that's why I wanted to bring this up, is the amount of how ridiculous this is that almost 1 million people are saying they're going. 820,000 people have said they're interested. And this is over some stupid-ass let's storm Area 51 and all die situation.
Well, that's what I want,
But when you yell for an event like More, for example, before they canceled More, how hard it was to get people to even remotely be like, hey, let's support something. I mean, does it have to be...
If More would have got 1 million people interested to it, I'm pretty sure well before 500,000, Facebook would have shut it down.
Most likely. But the other issue looks at that is like, you look at this and why is it because it needs to be more broadened? Like this, for example, this Area 51 thing is just a dumb joke, and either it's just 2 million people are just laughing and going, yeah, I'm gonna hit go and are interested, and then everybody's just being stupid, or are some people really serious? I mean, I haven't seen anything.
Find out on September 20th.
Because I'm telling you, I'm going to be glued to my computer on that day. I'm curious to see.
September 20th.
September 20th.
At 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting they're doing it in the dark. Well, that's all right. You'll see the tracers.
Just watch for the red. Just watch for the red and green. Every third one, kids. Every third one. Just remember that. Every third one.
There should be a neat light show one way or the other.
Right.
If it's not going boom, it'll go.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It starts hitting things.
How crazy is it if people do show? I mean, that's the but there's even crazier things. I mean, look at some of the things people have showed up for in DC. I mean, we've all seen the videos and I mean, you name a stupid event and people, the streets are, full. They got to block off half of DC because people are marked.
But are those stupid events the Soros funded, Planned Parenthood funded, stuff like that, where they're bussing people in?
Although, so you mentioned More. So, and maybe this hurt more too, along with, I mean, there's many things obviously with, Tommy's pages and that kind of stuff. But look how many people showed up for the 4th of July thing. And you can't tell me that a majority of those people there are either conservatives or we the people types or like-minded people like us. I mean, I'm sure there were people that were just there for the fireworks, but look at how many people flooded that mall to hear Trump speak.
Right.
I mean, tell me a quarter of those, a third, hell, a fifth of those people wouldn't show up for more if they had heard about it?
I don't know. And that's where, because we can never gauge how much Facebook was really holding back more. Like Tommy had said, that he has realized how much that his outreach wasn't happening. Like, he had so many thousands of people, and yet he couldn't get $2,000 together in a couple of weeks.
Well, even into the views, I mean, we know from ours, how many views we get after the video.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember Tommy talking about how he after 20,000 after, and he's getting like 2,000 maybe.
Yeah.
But the problem with Facebook and after is it's 3-second views. So we put on an hour worth of show, 60 plus minutes every Sunday, where we're sitting here talking to you live about whatever. Say again?
And then 10 plus.
Well, when you just go and look at that first initial reach, that's 3-second views, period. That's how many people they have just scrolled past it and stopped for a second.
They had to at least view it for 3 seconds, right?
Right. That's all it is. It's dicey. What I gauge my Facebook time and social media time on is how many people come in here and watch while I'm doing it.
Right. Well, Tommy used to be in the thousands there too, and now he can't get 100 plus. I mean, it's great, and and I mean this idea we have. I mean, and maybe that's the problem that scares people about trying to put on events and use social media to do them, because it seems like the minute something takes traction, you get suppressed.
Correct, and that's
Well, that's
all
what
we can do is try, though.
Yeah, but that's what I just said. With the Area 51 thing, they're up to 1 million people interested or going. And if we turn around and say 100% free, all you got to do is be there, and we'll tell you where to be. If you don't want to walk, if you don't want to nothing, we'll tell you where to meet us.
Well, no.
I'm guaranteeing you, Mike, they've got 1 million people screaming they're going to go to freaking Area 51 and storm it.
Here's the worst part about the whole, but you're not even hitting the worst part about it. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Ryan Moore finally joined us here. Cool.
Share it, Ryan.
Here's the other thing that's the crazier part. So Moore is an event that not only got permits, but permission. I mean, it's an actual event. The event that's being promoted and Facebook is allowing to be promoted is a 100% illegal event. Yeah. I mean, what they're planning on doing is illegal.
Right.
And yet Facebook is like, cool, you got 1 million people going?
I'm pretty sure the signs there say it's a federal crime to be on that land.
Well, they'll shoot you, so...
Beyond a certain point, there's signs that say beyond this point, you can be shot.
Hey, Mr. John Cody, thanks for joining us.
Hey.
I'm just saying, Facebook's gonna let a million freaking people share this out, because it doesn't hit 1 million people because 1 million random people just search raiding Area 51. Somebody shared it, somebody started momentum, and it built over time. This didn't start yesterday. It started a few months back or whatever.
Well,
for whatever reason, it's either Facebook or the lack of patriots on social media that our side of the boat doesn't get that kind of traction. Whether it's truly Facebook or if there's not a lot of us on social media or using it to its full advantage. There's a handful of us doing it, and
I mean, do we
talk to other people, but they're not on there to share and to push and everything else.
But I think that's what might be interesting about what we're trying to plan is because we're planning it as it's not an event as much as just show up and let's do this. It should be everybody's event. I mean, every group that wants to get involved with should create that event. So maybe if this is a larger thing, they won't be able to shut us all down and suppress us all.
Truth.
This is true.
Which is what we're planning. And basically is a march on a Friday when Congress and the Senate. I mean, when everybody's there in town, we're planning on starting at Arlington. Going to Arlington for a little bit, honoring those that are buried there. And then our plan is to march our butts from there to the Capitol building. And you can join us at Arlington, or you can pick it up along the way. We're gonna take the sidewalks, so there's no permits needed, and we're not gonna get a permit because this isn't about getting a permit. This is about us, and we all do it on here. Now ourselves, and I know Ryan and John, who's on here, Cody, they all get out there and they get off their butts and do stuff too. But that's what this event is about, and we appreciate everybody that watches us and everybody does what they do. But we need to all do it together and come off our butts, take a ride to DC and walk our asses to the Capitol building and tell them we're done. And I'm telling you,
I'm gonna make it simple. I said it last week, and I'll say it every week until we do this. If you're like, well, I can't get a ride, message one of us, message somebody. Go to one of the events and say, hey, I need a ride. I'll bet you somebody will be like, I'll get you there.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy, you're the end of the world.
Yeah.
So look, it's either going to be March 13th or it's going to be April 24th.
I say April 24th because Friday the 13th.
Okay, screw it. You know what? Then screw it. It's April 24th.
Okay.
April 24th.
April 24th.
2020.
April 24th next year, we're going to all get together. And again, this isn't a permit thing. This is just us as Americans going to DC and telling them that and this is for everybody. This isn't a conservative thing.
Hey,
this isn't a Democrat thing. This is a
Facebook
people thing.
Hey, if you want to
If
show
you've
up
got a
on
Facebook following, if you got a YouTube following, if you've got what's the other social media platforms out there? The Patriot ones, the Secret Squirrel ones, they're encrypted. Wherever you reach people other than your family, post this. April 24th, 2020. March from Arlington, Arlington, Virginia to Washington, D.C.
To the Capitol building. And
the Capitol building.
Ryan, I know there's a rally, but this isn't a rally. This isn't we're getting together and we're going to rally and we're going to get permits. And no, this is us as we the people telling them that we don't need your permits. We hold the power. We're
just showing up.
Yeah, we're just
showing up.
We are just showing up. We are showing up. We want to show them that we are still willing to get off our butts and show up at their place of business where we put them. And if they're not going to do the job, we're going to call them on their BS. That's what this is about. This is just going. This is just, again, like I said, we're going to start at Arlington. We're going to, I don't know if we'll do the whole thing or if we'll just, maybe we'll pick some spots to meet in there, but, pay our respects there. And then we're going to just walk. We're just going to walk, I got a plan of a path and we're just, we're not going to block the streets. I mean, we're just going. We're going to march and we're going to walk. And I think what we should do too is we should get letters together. We should get petitions. Whatever you want your representatives to know. Let's go hand deliver it to them and let them know that we're here. We're here and we're done. We're done with you guys being our leaders, because you're not. You're representing us. If you're not going to represent us, then you're going to be done. And being in 2020, that's the year to do it. That is going, that year it will be time to vote people out. And I don't care, again, I don't care who you vote for. I don't want to know who you vote for. I want you to show up and make sure that they are representing you. I don't care who you voted for president. I don't care. Show up and let them know that you, as we the people, we have the power and we're done with your crap.
That's a hard one to follow.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Well, it is. I mean, if you, and it doesn't matter. Just show up with what you're not happy with this country. I mean, again, it's not going to be a party related.
Nope.
It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Green Party.
It's
whatever.
all about this, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about being American. It's not about it's not about parties. It's not and it's not a fundraising event. It's not we're going to get a permit and have a rally. No, you know what? As American citizens, we're going to walk up to the steps of the Capitol and tell them we've had enough. I'm going to try and set meetings with people. And you can, it's a Friday. Write your representatives. Write anybody you want in DC and make appointments. Let's spend their whole day, fill their entire calendar that day with us, we the people, and meet with them and let them know that if they're not going to represent us anymore, we're not going to vote them in anymore. We just have to. As Americans, we have to let them know, it's part of taking the power back. We have to take the power back as Americans. That's why we don't need no stupid permit. We don't need any, police escort. We don't need any bullshit. We're going there as the people, as the power of this country, and we're going to do what we do because it's our right to.
Amen.
Oh yeah. Hell yes.
So let's, anybody that's interested in this, it's not we gonna, one group's gonna be the leader.
There ain't nobody.
This is
the
not
worst thing you're gonna get. Somebody going, it's time to go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you're gonna get. Okay, we're here, guys. It's gonna be 9:00 before we get to the Capitol building. No, it's time to go so we can be there in a timely manner. That's the direction you're going to get. The talking, the whole speakers at the rally concept, you can have that conversation on the walk. Walk a little faster, catch up to that guy you saw on social media.
Absolutely.
Slow down a little bit, talk to him back there.
And that's why I don't care. Again, I don't care where you're coming from politically. You should be at this event, if nothing else, to talk. The 90% of our problems, I mean, the left, the right, the middle, wherever you sit, we're so much closer as Americans, but we let the media and our representatives divide us. And so we never, if you talk with people, now, yeah, there's people on that far side and there's people on that far side that, they do this when you start talking. I get that. But a majority of Americans only want what's best for America. They do. But the problem is that instead of talking to other Americans, they're listening to the crap coming out of these morons on TV or, the morons on the video, on videos like this. Not us, but there's plenty of guys out here. And this is what, they let these guys think for them. You have to stop. Get out there. This is a great event to get out there, talk to people. Again, yeah, I don't want this to be any big, big speakers, and I want you to be there as an American, period. That's it. This isn't a Republican thing. I don't care about any of that. Now, if that's what you come there and you want to go talk to, maybe you vote Democrat and that's who you want to set up meetings and talk to them, great. As an American and as we the people, and that's who you want to talk to, then do it. Whoever you want to represent you should show up on that day, march with us, and go talk with them. and make sure they're actually representing you. Look them in the eye and see if they are really representing you. Are they representing what you want for this country? Because I can't believe that either side wants the crap that's going on in Congress and the House and the Senate. I can't believe people, God, I started like AOC, the three branches of the Senate.
We haven't talked about our favorite freaking congresswoman lately. Good segue. Good segue there, Constance.
But anyways, but I mean, that's, join us. And Mark, I don't care, if you have friends that, are just we the people types, and we all are, invite them. Everybody should go. You have family members who you argue with, they should go. Everybody should go to this event. We should have the entire, it should look like this 4th of July, this last 4th of July in DC.
It should be double that.
Well, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, we should have every sidewalk blocked from the Capitol Hill to Arlington, because
I can't remember who posted it. It was somebody that was at Mar last year posted it. It was a picture from Twitter. They posted on Facebook. It was some person screaming about how the African Americans they're stupid because Cory Booker's done nothing to pull any of them out of poverty. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but here he is crossing illegals across the border.
Dude, that was
that whole
brutal.
story. Oh.
Well,
the bottom line is it black, white, green, purple, blue, yellow, doesn't matter. Left, right, doesn't matter. I consider myself right. I don't give a shit if you're left. As long as you keep your fingers out of your ears and we can have a civil discussion, I'll walk with you. I mean, that's all it takes.
And that's a few friends I have.
Thanks, John. John said we'll come from all 57 states, too.
57 states, oh boy. But, no, so one of the things I run into a lot is I have a lot of non-conservative friends. Are they I don't even know where I would section them out at. But when they hear conservative and they hear patriot, they're like, oh, what? I can't. And then they can't talk with them. Blah blah blah. They start talking about how bad it is, and then I go, you realize I do a podcast every Sunday with a conservative group, right? And they're like, wait, you do? Because they know me, they know who I am. You can't pick me out either side if you sit down and actually talk to me. And
true.
But they go, and then we start actually having real conversations about it, and they're like, oh, well, I didn't know this, or I didn't know that, and it's because all they're doing is listening to their echo chamber, listening to what's being fed to them, instead of sitting down and actually talking to somebody that's real and involved in it, and actually having a conversation. And this is where you can have that conversation with somebody while you're walking up to the down whichever street we go down. I think you already have something kind of figured out.
Right across the Potomac, around the Lincoln Memorial, then down the reflecting pool, then I'd love to see all 4 walkways up the National Mall right to the steps of
and I'll bet you money we can find people out of that crowd that'll call Cadence if you want it.
But you'll still have that chance.
Thing, go ahead.
Yeah,
We'll make one of them lines a military line.
We'll designate the lanes.
I'm too stubborn to have people tell me what to do. God damn it!
It's not telling you what to do.
I know.
It's walking in cadence and singing a chant.
Get a hold of you, John. Mr. Cody's got to take off, but he's got kids to do. But
nice.
We'll talk soon. And here's what this is for. This, if you put 2 legal feet, because you were, wherever you either got, became a citizen, or if you put 2 feet down in America legally, then you should be at this rally, because you are we the people. This isn't a patriot thing. This is a we the people. We the people. Period. That's what this is. And if you are we the people, then you should be there.
Again, another hard thing to follow. I'm just saying.
Right?
You're making this really hard tonight, Mike.
What can I tell you?
Somebody got you worked up
Well,
today.
for anybody who's forgot or has fallen off because we went from 18 back down to 10, we're talking about a march from Arlington, Virginia to the Capitol building in D.C. on, April 24th.
It's a Friday.
2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
Friday. So, first thing next year, if that's how your job works, first thing next year, put in for April 24th, 2020.
Yeah, and I know there's people out there who've said things like, well, I don't want to do a one day, just a March thing, and then, nobody's going to take off. If that's your attitude, that's why we're where we're at.
I'm going to just start posting over and over and over again that stupid freaking meme that says, when they took the guns, I set by because I didn't need it. When they took the voices, I set back because I didn't use mine. Then I realized I needed all this.
Right. And
it's a day that I can't take off from work, so I'm not going to do it. Well, then sit down and shut up and don't act like we need to help you when the government takes over and we're living under a socialist regime.
And that's the thing too. If you can't figure out, if you aren't paying attention and can't figure out that, things aren't getting better. Yeah. Are there certain areas that are improving? And, personally, I feel, that Trump has done some things. Yes. But guess what? Even if we think that, Trump's not going to be around forever. And he doesn't, and everything he does isn't perfect either. So as we the people, whatever you are fired up about, whatever you think, the government is not doing, then you know what? If you feel that way, if you feel like your representatives aren't representing you, but you then go, well, I can't take a day off of work to go do something like this. Well, then when are you going? When are you gonna wait? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for a second civil war? Are you waiting until they come for your guns? What are you waiting? You have
waiting for it to be right here.
It is right there, but it is right there.
No, it's not to them.
It is though.
To us, we've opened our eyes. We're seeing it coming faster and faster and faster. To a lot of people out there, they live in middle America nowhere, so remote from everything else that the only thing they see is what's on the news or on social media. So it's not in their front yard. It's not right freaking there. Now, on the West Coast, there's a lot of right there. We might see a lot of people from the West Coast show up and say, I'm going to say something about this. From the East Coast, there's a lot of people going, there's a lot going on. I'm going to go say something. Middle America, not so much. But when does your countrymen and women become just as important as your family in your house or just outside your house? When does the country become an important aspect to you, knowing that it's one big lump unit, not just your little section of the world, your little postage stamp plot that the government lets you buy? Well, lets you pay rent on.
Well, here's a perfect analogy for you. So, what's happening in this country now is a lot like a hurricane. You see it out there. It's been coming. It's been coming. We know it's coming. It's been coming. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. But just like people in, in those areas who go, yeah, you know what though? I watch the news. It never, they always say it's going to hit me. It's going to be a 4, and it never hits me. So why am I gonna board up my house? Why am I gonna do this? And then inevitably those same people get hit and they lose everything. And if you wait until the storm is here, it's too late and you are going to lose everything. If you are on the right and they come to take, if we let them give up we give up our First Amendment just protecting our Second Amendment, then they're going to come anyways and get our guns. If you believe in nothing but the First Amendment and you let them come get our guns, nobody's going to be there to stand up for your First Amendment, and they're both going to be gone. And once the first and second are gone, then the rest are gone. So wherever you are, whatever it is you believe, whatever it is you stand for, if you don't get off your ass and do something about it now, there will be nothing to fight for later.
Hey, Robert. Nothing. Robert, I noticed your comment there, sir. I'll call you out. They may not care about the middle class, but they'll care when the army shows up.
Oh, did Ace Baker pop in? Did I miss him? Somebody said, okay, somebody have to scroll back and find Ace's comment. I missed it.
Ace is right there replying to Robert's post that I just replied to, saying amen.
Yeah, I mean,
they may not care about the middle class. You're 100% right. They don't. But when the army shows up of middle class and there's 2, 3, 4 million people standing out there from the middle class because they decided to get off their couch, take a day off from work, take a vacation day, and stand on the steps, march to the steps, go to the National Mall, and then march to the steps. However they get there, as long as their body is present, and if they don't want to walk inside, the people that walk inside to hand their letters or hand their grievances off can go, you know what? If you don't want to read that and you want to throw it into your trash can, that's fine, but you might want to look out that window right there. And there's
exactly.
2, 3, 4, 5 million people standing on their stairs.
And that's all, it's all it takes. We've done it here in Ohio. Again, and I'll harp on this. When they tried to pass that bill in Ohio, we flooded their inboxes, we flooded their phones, we flooded their mailboxes, we flooded them with our opinion as we the people, and they listened to us. It does work, people. And here's why it works. Because we the fucking people. We are. We have the power. If you don't believe me, read the Constitution again. Because we have the power. And if we do, take the damn day off of work and let's go there April 24th and show them that we are done sitting on our asses. We're here and you're going to listen to us or you won't be here.
Right.
And I've had this discussion with a coworker of mine where he's like, well, I'll just vote him out. And I said, okay, well, you got to think about it this way. Certain Congress people aren't from your state, so you don't have a say in it. But if we get representatives from every state showing up, then there's no reason we can't legitimately say to them, you don't do it, you're getting voted out.
Well, and I know, and there's a lot of, and I know there's going to be a lot of they don't listen to us, they don't believe us. Okay, well, obviously, so if they're going to come for our guns or they're going to come for our rights, then we know where that ends. So
we're just going to sit and wait for it.
If you're so willing to be ready to fight for that, then give me a reasonable excuse why you are not ready then to take one day off of work and show up in DC and try and get them to listen to you. Because I'm going to tell you, if you do that, if we fill the lawn, and like I said, this isn't some big rally that we're putting on. This is a we the people thing. This isn't a permit thing. This isn't a big speech thing. This is simply us showing up and telling them that we're tired. We're tired of it. We're not going to take your crap anymore. And if you're not going to listen to us, you won't be here anymore. That's it. Plain and simple. You said it best when you said, look, Heartland Defenders will post an event on the Heartland Defenders Facebook page. It'll be an event. We the people march to DC. That's all it's probably going to say. Million Man March, Patriot March, whatever we want to name it, we'll name it on there. But if you have a Facebook platform, if you're a member of another organization, I don't care. I don't care your rank structure or any of that stuff. Post your own event.
Get your
Rally
own
the
500,000. Get your own 5,000. Get your own 50 people. Organize your group. Organize your friends. Just share it. It doesn't have to be on ours. It doesn't have to be on theirs or yours. Or it doesn't have to be one. Because if Facebook decides to look at one that has 500,000 people and shut that thing down or block it or shadow ban it or stop notifications from it, they can't stop 50, 100, 150, 200 other events for the exact same thing. They just can't. There's not enough people sitting in chairs.
Then, you know what? Then, and if they do, then we'll hit websites. We'll hit phones. They can't stop us from calling each other, talking to each other. Make a flyer, print. I don't care how, and I don't care. It is we the people. So if you are part of that and you believe it and you've read the Constitution, you are part of we the people and you believe that we have the power, then damn it, there's no reason you shouldn't take one day off of work and show up. That's it.
And the people,
this isn't a hard thing to debate, and we're not going to shove it down people's throats as this is a big our event. You should show up because you are we the people. That's why you should show up.
I'm the guy right here that'll tell you. They shut down. Yes, they shut down Alex Jones. Yes, they shut down Steven Crowder. Yes, they demonetized Steven Crowder. They're coming for what we talk about. They're coming for what we listen to. They're coming for us. They're coming for us. We are sitting here on their platform, the internet. We are sitting here on their platform, Facebook, saying, do something. Just do something. Don't pick up arms and think you're going to join the freaking army and magically we're just going to go have a civil war. That's the worst case scenario. Just do something.
Yeah, and
share a post.
And Ace, you're right. I mean, you've put on these events and you've tried to put on things, and you're right. But we just have to make a stand. We just have to.
A buddy of mine broke his leg playing football.
If 25,000 people have to go, show up at a gun show, you're right. Well, then you know what? Instead of going to that gun show that week, show up at DC. We have to try. And you know what? I don't give a. And if I wind up walking down the damn street myself, I don't care. I'm gonna. I can tell you right
now, Mike. There'll be 4 walking down the 4 lanes.
True.
At least 4 different individuals walking down those 4 lanes.
I'll be there.
I'm just telling you right now. On April 24th, I'm going to go to Arlington. I'm going to pay my respects to the men and women who have fought for the Constitution we all believe in, and then I'm going to walk my ass, the hour walk to D.C. to the Capitol, and I'm going to let them know how I feel. And if it's just the 4 of us, that's fine. But why? Why should it not be 500,000 of us, 1 million?
The simple statement of, well, on Saturdays and Sundays or Fridays, there's 25,000 or 50,000 people walking through D.C. That to me is the same concept of. Well, that's the same concept to me as, a buddy of mine broke his leg playing backyard football. I'm never going to play backyard football. Right. Or some guy did something some time ago, so I can't do that. It's like having fucking warning labels and being too stupid to not know that you don't need to eat the Tide Pod.
I know you, and I know Ace. I'm not picking on you. I love you, brother. I'm just.
Ace, I'm not picking. It's just, it's conveying to 1 million people.
I know Ace will be there because if he's got a chance to wave a flag in someone's face, I know he will be there. I know he's going to promote this.
Well, I wanted to say though, one of those problems may be is that maybe they don't not. It's not that they don't want to help defend or stand up for their rights. A lot of people I talk to, they don't understand. There's those people that allow the news to educate them instead of them educating themselves. And it's that whole, you have to get out there and educate yourself. Don't listen to what we say. Go find out for yourself.
I know a place you can get a whole lot of conversation and probably some education.
Oh boy.
April 24th, 2020. Walking from Arlington, Virginia to the Capitol building in D.C.
But if you don't understand what rights or what you're doing, you go check it out. Go check out your First and Second Amendments. A lot of people don't even understand what their rights are in those amendments.
Well, agreed. And I think that's if again, like I said, if you are an American and you know, you can see it. If you know that our rights are, they're not the same as they were 5 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. So we have to start somewhere. Maybe this is just a start. Maybe this turns into something bigger. Maybe it becomes something bigger than bigger.
Maybe someday it'll be something part of something else. But
you have to start. You have to do. We all talk about it. Everybody that's on here, listening and that will listen later, we all talk about, well, I'm going to do something. Well, here's your opportunity. Do it. Show up. Take the damn day off of work. Show up and do it. Let's just do this. It's a simple thing. There's no fundraising involved. Nobody's going to make any money. This is a We the People march, period. You're going to show up because you are an American and you are We the People, and we're going to show up in numbers and show them that we are done. I don't care who you are or you represent us. You are not our leaders. There is not a single leader in D.C. They are our representatives, people. They represent us. And we don't ever show up and remind them that they work for us. We need to show up and work for us. And I get it. Everybody showed up in D.C. because there was cool tanks and planes and fireworks. That's not what this is about. There's not going to be any big fancy nothing except for the fact that as We the People, we're going to get off our asses and walk there and tell them we're done with their crap. We're done.
Bring your flags. Bring your posters. Bring what you're really wanting to stand up for.
Bring your list of grievances.
Bring your letters. Bring your whatever you want to bring. You want to start a petition because you want better school lunches. Get a petition, bring it, and let's hand deliver all of it. You know what? Let's fill the damn Capitol stairs with requests from We the People and make them know that we're there.
And we honestly, we don't have to stop at the Capitol. You go from the Capitol that way to the White House.
Hey, the White House is kind of on the way back to the cars anyway.
We can walk. Yeah, we can walk. I have a general idea of where I'd like to start and where I'd like to end. And if you're one of these people who are like, man, I can't walk for an hour to, from Arlington to the Capitol. Hey, guess what? There's not enough parking for all of us at Arlington anyways. Park anywhere in D.C. And when you see us coming, join us.
Throw a thumbs up if you remember the Cowboys for Trump riding from wherever they started to D.C. or whatever. How many people?
Which one?
The Cowboys for Trump. All the horseback riders rode from somewhere. I can't remember where they started, but all the way to D.C. Same concept, but we're hoping to see a couple of million or 4 or 5 million people walking. When you see that big crowd of people, just get in with us.
Just get in line. Just get in line with us.
Kind of move into it.
Yeah,
you can either start at the 1 column, the 2 columns, or the 4 columns. Pick your column set and walk.
And just know this. Be in DC on April 24th. It's a Friday. Be somewhere near Arlington, the Lincoln Memorial, the Reflection Pool, or the mall, or meet us on the steps of the Capitol if you can't walk far. But just be there. Ace, they should be. That's part of the reason I picked that day. It's after the Cherry Blossom Festival, so Congress should be in session. It's one of the reasons I picked a Friday, and it's one of the reasons I picked that month. A majority, if not all of them, should be in session. It's one of the main reasons I picked that time. So yeah, they will. That's why we're going, because we want them there. We want them there. What?
Waving my hands at Eamon. Maryland is DC. Whatever.
I'm gonna walk. Jacob, I'm walking from Ohio. Damn it.
Me and geography aren't friends.
But
goodness,
I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't. Just be there. Just be there. Because there is something. We have to do something. We know that what we're doing now, and Ace says that. Ace, I'm going to steal a little bit. I'm going to paraphrase you a little bit, but Ace always says it. Whatever you're doing, it's not enough, and it's not. What we're doing now, it's not enough. Showing up, millions of us showing up in DC. Again, even that's only going to be the start. But we have to do something. We have to stop going, well, I would have made it to that event if I'd known about it, or if I would have done this, or, I got a really big job that week, so I couldn't go. No, stop. Just it's April 24th.
Excuses.
Stop with the excuses, because eventually you're going to run out of excuses, because you're going to run out of freedom and you're going to run out of rights. And then that big job you had isn't going to mean shit. It's time to stop. It's time to stop with the excuses. It's time to stop going, well, Bob and Tina are going, so I don't need to go. No, everybody needs to go. Everybody everybody that you can find, drag them, kicking, scream, whatever it takes. We need to all be there. And it's for them. It's for everybody. You just need to be there. And everybody that's watching needs to share it out and create their own event. We'll get something up tonight. So kind of a framework.
We'll get a date and a rough map.
And the path that we're walking.
Tonight, we'll add to it. If you want to take that date and that rough path, share it on your own platform, share it on your own social media, share it on your Twitters, on your Patriot networks, your closed Discord networks, everywhere you reach somebody, share it.
Agreed.
And God only knows who will be like, hey, that sounds like something I might do. I'll go.
Yeah. And again, this isn't your event. It's not their event. It's not our event. This is everybody's event, because we the people, and the people we are going to go see are our representatives. And for too long, they've thought they are our lead. We've given them the power to make them our leaders, and they're not. They're our representatives, and it's time that they learned that we are done. We're done. We've sat back. We've listened to their crap. We've let them become this monster, and we're done. We're done. We're tired of it, and we're here to tell you that we're done. That's the plan.
True story.
Ooh. My.
I mean, I know Ace is on here. I see a guy from the 3% of Regulars on here. I know there's a lot of Heartland on here. I'm not sure about anybody else that's on here, but like I said, if you have your own social media platform, whether it's your profile, whether it's your own public page for a group, whether it's a public page that's just funny. God, how many groups are there that's, the Woken Patriot or Trump for this or Trump for that or America for Trump. Share it.
Yep.
Post it as an event.
Share it to everyone. I don't even care if
Get
it's
it
a
out.
political group, because this is beyond politics. This is about our rights and our freedoms. And yeah, again, our employees doing what we want them to do. This isn't about left, right. It's not. It's about our representatives representing us. If you have a grievance, and if you're on here, you've got a grievance, I believe, then we're going to take them to their door. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take it to them, and, it should be one after another. Like I said, I don't care if you just have a letter, if you have a petition, whatever your grievance is, put it down on paper, put it on a disc, put it on a thumb drive, and we're going to drop it. We're going to spend whatever it takes, 8, 9 out, 1 out, whatever it takes. We're going to fill their steps and their offices with our grievances and letting them know if they're not going to take care of it.
Come on, people. For everybody watching this video and anything you see about this, we should have a whole lot more than a school on those steps. Covington kids, remember that? They filled the steps. I think the American patriot and the American people should be able to fill up a whole lot more of that postage stamp property that they said was not really ours.
Well, you know what? If we run out of room there, we'll drop it on the White House lawn.
True story.
We'll just, whatever it takes. Again, if you're on here and you're watching, I know you have a grievance.
Yeah.
And this is going to be your opportunity.
And I'm telling you, anybody I've ever talked to has a grievance. Anybody I've ever talked to, they have a grievance.
Stand up. Do something.
Yeah, and that's all it's about. We talk and we talk and we talk.
This is not a weapon.
It's not enough. We need to show up. We need to show up, and again, if it's just the 10 of us on here, then it's the 10 of. I don't believe that's going to be the case. I really don't. No. I think it's because this isn't an event. This is just show up.
Prepare for the worst.
Hey, whatever it doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be there. While we're on here, I already took the day off of work, so I already have it off.
Hey, America, prove me wrong.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to take days off till the year I'm in it.
I'm saying way here, man. I can't take it off till the year it is.
Well,
my boss would look at me and be like, 2020.
I control the calendar, work calendar, so.
Oh my God.
But.
Oh my God, Brandy.
Whoa.
Brandy's watching.
Brandy.
Yes. It's an old high school friend of mine. We may want to calm down. She might get a little freaked out.
Oh.
That's right.
Brandy, April 24th. Take the Friday off. 2020.
See you in DC. So again, we're gonna put up an event soon. Like I said, I've already got the path, and just show up. Take the day off. Bring your grievances and show up. Period. That's it.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And like we said earlier in the video, and we'll recap that little bit right here before we go off. Doesn't matter if you're left, right, or center. Nobody cares. Come have a discussion. No. Walk about an hour to the steps of Congress. Hand over your grievances. Have a conversation. Go about your day.
But please come being open to discussion. And I can't emphasize that enough. Let's not do the, I don't want to hear you, or I don't want to talk, or then don't.
Landon and a boo-boo is not going to be allowed there.
Right. No.
It's not. You can make fun of me. I make more fun of myself than you can make of me. So you doing it doesn't affect me.
Right.
So you don't have to. Let's just have a real discussion.
Robert, you said it right. It is. It's about freedom.
It is.
It is about we the people. Period. That's it. If you woke up and I'll say it this way. If you woke up a legal citizen in this country this morning, then you should be there. And you shouldn't have any excuse not to be there. Period. If you are woke up today and you enjoy the rights and freedoms that you are allowed as an American citizen, then you should show up.
What would happen? What would happen if every able-bodied man and woman in this country took Friday, April 24th, 2020 off and showed up in D.C.? Every single American.
We shut some things down.
Do you think
some
was shut
things?
down? I have a question. I wouldn't. It wouldn't matter to me because you wouldn't be at home, so
Yes.
you wouldn't be at your house. So if for whatever reason the water shut off and the power shut off because nobody's at work that day,
The
doesn't matter for you.
The excuses are done. We all talk about it. We we as a group do things. I mean, if you don't know who we are, it's your first time here.
Like the page.
Do things. Like the page, share it, but we do things. But this is big, and we all talk about it. We all say, yeah, I'm going to do something. Well, here's your opportunity. Do it. Yes, it is a day event. It's just a one-day event. Jason.
Well, it's a one-day event. It's a one-day walk, but if you take the Friday off and want to stay all weekend, that's on you. You do you.
If you're going to DC that weekend, you should go there. You should see what's in DC. If you've never been to DC, if you've never been there and seen the history, it's not all crap. Do everything that our forefathers wrote and fought for is in DC. It's there to see. And if you haven't taken the time to see it, shame on you, and make it this whole weekend to do that.
And a lot of it's free, too. It's not like you got to spend a lot of money. You can spend the entire weekend going from museum to museum and not pay a dime other than your food.
Right. And again, that's Arlington, I think, is why I want to start at Arlington. If you've never been to Arlington, you don't know what, and I know there's people who, for personal reasons, whatever, it's hard for them to go. But I'm telling you what, if you've never been to Arlington, I'm going to tell you right now, I've made sure my wife and my kids have all gone. That will change you. I mean, that place changes you inside. And it's a perfect place. Once you stand at the top of that place and look at the people that have sacrificed so much for you, and if that doesn't fill you with everything
that's not sacrificing, Mike. That's not sacrificing so much. That's sacrificing everything.
Yeah, and if you don't,
that property right there, they sacrificed everything for you.
Then I don't know what to tell you, but I'm telling you that's why I want to start there, because that's where it's that's where it is ended for so many and should start for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
True story.
And on that note, we are an hour in. Thank you guys. Like the page. We're gonna put up the event here. The next 24 hours probably.
Yes,
I'd say here in the next hour or two.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we'll share it out on the page. We'll share it out with everybody that's been in this watching as of right now. We'll share the link on this as a comment as well. But definitely take the day off. Do what you need to do to be there. Even if it's come walk the event if you can't even walk the event, but come to see DC as well. I mean, don't just come and leave. If you haven't seen DC, you need to see DC.
If you can't take more than one day off, then just come for the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Just be there.
Just show up.
Yeah.
Just show up.
Just walking through DC is a very interesting experience.
Here's what this event's gonna take. You taking the day off, you showing up, and you walking. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
and
all.
We've already stated if you came in late, you don't have to walk. We'll meet you at the steps. We'll meet you at the reflecting pool. We'll meet you on the way. Just when you see the big crowd of people showing up, coming from that direction,
join us.
Yep.
Merge in.
Right. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys. Thank everybody for watching. Thanks you two for your time, as always. We'll see you guys again next Sunday. Like, subscribe, HeartlandDefenders.com, Heartland Defenders Facebook, and YouTube.
And get in touch with us about this event.
Yes.
Get in touch with us.
HeartlandDefenders.com. You can very easily hit a button and send us a message.
Yep. And on Facebook, you'll get one of the three of us. All right, everybody have a good night. We'll see you guys again next Sunday. Have a good